What's going on, everybody? KKamm here with a CTF tips video, and CTF is probably the most brain requiring game mode in the whole entire all of Call of Duty. So CTF, there's so much you have to learn about it, and it's probably got such a huge skill gap from the smarter players that know how to play the game, and the people that just kind of go out there without any experience and just play it randomly. So, obviously, for those of you that don't know, the goal of CTF is to take the enemy flag and run it back to your place for a point. There's 5-minute round or two 5-minute rounds, and at 5 minutes you switch sides. And if you're tied, you go into it pretty much a sudden death overtime. But the only catch is if the other team gets a cap within like a minute on their side, then you will have 1 minute on the clock to go from that side and cap it. So that's pretty much CTF in a nutshell, pretty much. So in case you're new to competitive Call of Duty, or you've been at it, you never played Black Ops 2 competitively, that CTF right there, or MW3, was in MW3 competitive rule set, but I don't know about any games before that. But anyways, my first tip that I'm going to give you guys, and this is probably the biggest tip. Clayster is especially smart. He knows this stuff so well, and it's impressive just watching his stream. So that's learning spawns and calling them out. So for example, something Clayster is really good at, and it's amazing to watch him do it. Like maybe he'll be over here and he'll see his teammate trying to his teammate's going to pull a flag, and he's going to be like, pull a green, pull a green, pull a green, I'm blocking the spawn. So he'll call like he's blocking the spawn, and he's going to make them spawn over by purple, which is amazing. Just like the communication, the brains that he has for the game. And what I was seeing on stream is like, he's like, no, I'm going to take a purple. And then Clayster, or he was on that, or they were on this side, and he was, Ricky, I think, was taking the flag, and he was like, I'm going to take a green, I'm going to take a green. And then Clayster's like, alright. And then he just rotated over to blue to kind of block the purple spawn, or I guess to kind of force him. No, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think Ricky might have been taking it around purple, and he was like, alright. And so he kind of forced them to spawn green. So he was like forcing spawns, controlling spawns, and it was just amazing to watch. And just like the amount of smarts that he has in the game. And what I saw was one time he was like, they're probably going to be spawned in the middle then, and he just comes out here. There's like 3 of them. He just gets them 3-piece. I was like, holy crap, he just did that. And it was like, it was one of those plays you're just like, wow, I want to learn how to do that. So since then, I've pretty much just tried to learn how to play CTF a lot more. And just by watching Claystar, I've learned a lot. So that's something you can always do, is just watch pro streams and kind of study the things they do. Study, get it? But study the things that they do and kind of try them out yourself. And so pretty much learn spawns, call them out. Maybe you want your teammate to pull it towards green from there, and you're like, alright, I'll block the green spawn, and I'll make them spawn out over at purple. So if you have a person on the flag and a person here, and they're obviously not going to spawn on your flag, they're going to spawn out purple. So that's going to be pretty simple to manipulate the spawns. And there might be a person that's already pushed, so you might have to win a gunfight. Don't just come over here thinking, yeah, there's no one here, so they're just going to spawn up purple. Because you have to kill someone for them to have to spawn up. So, that's that. And that also kind of ties in with running the flag away from your opponent. So, like, if I come in here and I'm getting shot at from green, I'm obviously not going to pull the flag and then go back to green. I'm going to pull the flag, I'm going to go around purple where my teammates are right here. And if there's a person chasing me, they can pick him off. And I'm just going to run this flag around, and maybe there's a person middle. My teammates are going to know that he's coming. They're going to pick him off, and that's an easy cap. So learn to run it away from teammates. And say you're the only person in the base. Maybe you're like right here, and your teammates are 3 down, and they have the flag. You have to know when to counter pull it. So it might not be the best idea to pull the flag right here when there's 4 up on the other team, and there's probably 1 in purple, and the flag's coming around that way. That's probably not a smart time to counter pull. You're probably better off just going for the kill and the return. Maybe just picking off that one dude, getting a quick slam on the flag, and returning it. So you have to learn when to counter pull. I can't really explain that too well. I can just kind of like make examples of like maybe they're all four coming here. It's not gonna be a smart idea if they're right there to pull this when they have people that could easily just rotate over here and you have three down. It's probably best just to pick off that one person and maybe like nade stuff, I guess, kind of pre-nade it, stun it, and you can get them with that. So you have to learn when to counter pull, and you also have to learn to escort. And something that was used in Blitz a lot was watching lanes. So in Blitz, you had to watch every single lane so they couldn't get by, because anytime it was pretty much capture the flag, just instead of like actually having to bring the flag back, if they touch the flag, it was a point. So in Blitz, it'd be I just run into the flag and that's a cap. And in CTF, you run the flag back, so you have that whole thing you have to learn to do. So learn to escort just means when you have flag, or when your teammate has flag, you have to learn to protect him and not just kind of leave him out on his own, because the objective is the flag to capture that, obviously. So you want to help him capture that, because if you want to win, you're going to need to capture it. So learn to escort him and watch your lanes. I guess it's not really like too big if you're manipulating spawns and everything, but what you also have to do is learn to like, if they can't touch your flag, then that's obviously a really good thing, because you won't have to worry about killing them off your flag or counterpulling or anything of that stuff. So you have to learn to like kind of slay out and when to defend and when to push, when to attack. So I mean that's kind of common knowledge, I guess, but if you do it right, then you should win. And I already mentioned this, but call out spawns that you're blocking. So like you go over here, I'm blocking green, and you're gonna know, your teammates are gonna know, alright, they're not gonna be spawning green on top of my teammate. They're probably gonna be spawning purple or on their flag, somewhere over there. Most likely on their flag. If no one's over there, that's probably where they're most likely gonna spawn, especially if you have someone purple as well. So pretty much just know if you're not in their base, they're probably gonna be spawning on their flag. So call out which spawns you're blocking, and you also have to know when to return flags. So let's say someone from the other team comes over here, he's like la da 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 da, and he takes a flag, he tries pulling it this way, and he maybe dies like right here. So, or no, let's say he dies like right here. So obviously, you're kind of at more of an advantage if the flag's over here. So it's not only is it further away, but they've got to run all the way over here to grab it. So instead of maybe just like kind of sneaking around here and just pulling a flag, running back towards blue, he's going to have to come out here in the open where you can just easily pick him off right from there, and he's going to die. So know when to return the flags. It's not really that big of a deal, but it's kind of, it can make a difference. So know what to challenge. Obviously, every respawn you're going to have to know what to challenge, just playing it smart, basically. Pretty much every game mode you have to play it smart, but know what to challenge. Like, if there's a person with a bell up there, you're not going to, like, I'm going to kill you. He's got a bell, maybe back up, try and decrease the distance so that you are favored in the gunfight, and he's not going to know where you're at if, like, you kind of give him a little bit of a juke, and then you can just easily pick him off. So know what to challenge and know when to pull. If you've got 3 down, your teammates can't help you, just stay alive in their base. So your teammates are all spawning up on the flag. You're right here. Don't pull it, because you will not have any help. You're going to die, and then your teammates are going to be stuck in their base, and you're going to be in a terrible spot, because then you're going to spawn up, and it's going to be pretty much a 4-person spawn trap, and it's just cap after cap after cap from then on for the other team. So know when to pull, and pretty much, I've said this a couple of times already, but predict spawns. So not only, instead of like just calling out, I'm blocking blue spawn or I'm blocking purple spawn, also call out, they're probably going to be spawning green, they're probably going to be spawning square or something like that, so that your teammates can have a prediction of where the other team is going to be and kind of play around that. And maybe like if you predict him to go middle, just kind of like pre-aim middle, and you can get another 4 down or 3 down, and just like that. So spawns are obviously a huge part in CTF when you master them. And when you're pulling flags, like if you pull it, you're going to know that they're going to spawn up middle somewhere. So like this is especially helpful on Ascend to know this. Like if you pull a flag, you're going to know that they're going to be spawning up middle. They're not going to be spawning on their flag. They're either going to spawn up on this map, they're going to be spawning green, purple, or maybe even middle. So you're going to have to go through another wave once they spawn up. So that's going to be, that's something you should know, that there's going to be more people. You can't just run with your knife out, not expect anybody to be there. So that's kind of common knowledge as well. And then once you do pick up flag, you also have to stay alive with a flag. So this kind of ties in with don't challenge stupid stuff again. So maybe stay alive with flag. You come out here, you see a couple of people, just kind of run away and just stay alive. Because if you have the flag, they have to kill you and return it. So before they can cap anything. So maybe run over here, give them a little bit of a juke, come over here, pick up a kill. There's another person here, 2-piece, and you're still alive with the flag. So that's pretty big. And another thing, maybe they won't expect you to come back out and challenge. So if it's right, I mean, this is really risky to do, but maybe come out and challenge them, and you can pick up a 2-piece if they're not expecting it. But chances are, if you do that, you're probably going to get taken out right away. Or if one of them takes you out and they return it, then they pretty much have a cap as long as they're running the flag. So know that, and so don't really challenge stupid stuff. So I don't think you should take that risk. So probably my biggest tip here, I mean, not my biggest tip, but my final tip is going to be to call out 2, 3, or 4 down, depending on how many you have down. And you also have to take into account that there's spawn delays on CTF. I think people wanted a 7.5, but I think it's only 5 in CTF. So just know that when you kill someone, it's going to be 5 seconds before they spawn up. So call out 2 dead, there's 2 dead, 2 dead, 2 dead, or 3 dead, 3 dead, or 4, that's 4. Know that it's gonna be 5 seconds before they can actually spawn up again. And so get as much done in that time as you can, because if you can beat them before they spawn up, then you're going to be good. So you have to take all that into account. And I know it's a lot with the spawns and stuff. You have to learn a lot, and it could be tough to learn. But my biggest suggestion is probably just watch pro streams, preferably like Clayster when he plays CTF. Like I mentioned, he's a really smart CTF player, and he's especially good at uplink as well, because uplink's pretty much one flag CTF. So just watch pro streams, study what they do, and study what they call out, and study the way they play. So that's probably my biggest tip of the video, if anything. Just kind of learn how the pros play and try and kind of copy them, like kind of imitate them. Not really copy, like be a nade shot or something like that, but like imitate what they do and try and become better at it if you want. Or not if you want, but try to become better at it, because if you can become better than a pro, then obviously I think that's kind of self-explanatory. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button below. If these tips are helping you in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button. If you have any comments, suggestions, questions, concerns, please comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you want to see more, because I'm still making more. Like I said, I'm probably gonna make spots, stuff like that for uplink, stuff like spots for search and things like that. So if you subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated, and you could also be helping yourself out. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.